further ado, I will hand you straight over to Team Ternery with their app, Melodia. Take it away.
Hey there, I'm Ikra. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We are Team Melodia. On the team, we've got myself, Ethan, Juliet, and Andrea. So if there's anything we can agree on, it's that music is definitely an integral part of life. Whether you're a jazz fan, a metalhead, a country lover, or maybe even a hip-hop stan, music unites us, soothes us, and engages us in a way that nothing else can really. So based on this, we created an exciting and highly addictive music app to test your music knowledge. Sarabanda was a very popular 1990s Italian music trivia show and the inspiration for our app, really. An October 2020 to January 2021 survey of UK adults aged 16 and older found that 39% played games on their mobile phone, which is up by 23% in the previous year. So based on this fact, we created a fun multiple choice music guessing mobile app game. I will now pass you over to Juliet, who will give you a demonstration of the app itself.
Hello. So let's take a look at our app. So this is Melodia. Here the user is inputting their username and we're counting down to our first round. Okay, I think we all know this one. The first one is Hips Don't Lie. Correct. On to the next one. I think the word crazy was a big hint there. Crazy in love. Correct. Next round. This song was my mum's ringtone for a few years, so I would recognize it from a single note. We have 10 rounds, so I fast forward to the final round. Our timer turns into a nice question mark once animation. Our timer turns into a nice question mark animation once it's finished, then into a next button. When the answer is chosen, the buttons turn grey, save for the correct answer, which is green. If you get it wrong, your chosen button will turn red. Useful if you've immediately forgotten what you chose. The same logo appears across all screens for cohesiveness. Okay, last round. So far, I've got every answer right, so I'm feeling pretty confident. And damn, there's the red button showing I got the answer wrong. Oh well, we're presented with a cute trophy showing that we can go to our results screen. From here, we're given a specific user message saying bravo maestro because I got a certain score. And we can look at the leaderboard, which pulls from AWS and shows our high scores and displays in descending order. From here, we can go home or start a new game. And next slide, please. Thank you. So I may not be as good as Uomo Gatto, the star contestant of Sarabanda, but at least I can play again and try to improve my score. Next up is Ethan to talk about our tech stack.
Hello. So for our tech stack, we used React Native for our front end and AWS for our back end. The main reason we used React Native was cross-platform compatibility. You can run the same code on iOS and Android with only a few tweaks. We chose React Native over something like Cordova for various reasons, the largest being React Native apps perform better than Cordova apps. It uses native components, so you get better user feedback when clicking buttons. We also use AWS Amplify to create a bridge between our front-end app and our serverless API. This allows us to communicate with our API by calling functions directly in our front-end code. This is a great alternative for REST APIs, as you can call the functions you need directly, rather than looking up endpoints on what they do. We integrated GraphQL to store users in a NoSQL database as our data wasn't relational. GraphQL is ideal when you only need data in a particular shape. In our case, our leaderboard only needed a username and a score. Overall, React Native is a good way to reach a large audience across many platforms while ensuring a fast-performing app. AWS was difficult to implement and it nearly beat us. Like El Tigre, when he came close to defeating the amazing Uomo Gatto, we came out on top. Next up, we have Ikra, who's going to talk about our team dynamics.
As a group, we used Agile-inspired practices. Next slide, please. For example, breaking down tasks into bite-sized, smaller tasks. Also, we had daily stand-ups, updates with our Kanban Trello board, and used Figma, as well as the use of GitHub for version and branch control. It was essential that we prioritized our minimum viable product in order to meet realistic deadlines, in order to leave room for extra features. We are actually all studying remotely, so we were in constant communication via Zoom and Slack, rotating pair programming and committing work on GitHub with detailed commit messages. With patience, perseverance, and a whole lot of fun, we are incredibly proud of what we have achieved in the last 8 days. I'll now pass you over to Andrea, who will give you a deeper insight into the making of the app itself.
Thanks, Ikra. Hi, everyone. Melodia has been a fun ride. We only had 8 days, so we had to channel all the energy of Enrico Papi, an eccentric host of Sarabanda, as you can see from the gifts. The setbacks of our vision and our app was actual vision against the product, because we had to find the right balance of what was doable in the given period of time. We had to kind of resize the original idea to make the MVP more doable. For example, we removed the multiplayer from the MVP to have firstly a fully functional solo mode. Another issue that we had was spiking technologies, mainly because we had lots of available alternatives. And testing few options led us to the perfect choices. As Ethan mentioned, we carefully chose our tech stack, like React Native over Cordova, or any other language working in a single platform like Java for Android or Swift for iOS. The multi-platform integration gave us some issue as well, because not all of us had the same devices. I didn't have an Android device, so we had to use external support like emulators and constant knowledge sharing. We did support each other a lot, and we did send tons of screenshots each other to show where we are up to. AWS setting and implementation has been difficult. It's been a learning curve, really, because master it wasn't the easiest thing to do, but once we did it, it was amazing. All of the things they really gave us the opportunity to do, lots of potential there. We actually test different technology that AWS was offering us, like a Cognito, ADS, Aurora, and few others, before we end up using GraphQL for our final product. And finally, perfect the final style, find the right balance of all the things that we imagined at the beginning of our vision, what we actually did. So we had to try different solution and combination before we were 100% sure with our in-tune design. Given extra time, we would have implemented lots of the ideas and things that we would love to see in our Melodia app, like make it easier changing songs and playlists, because at the moment it's possible to be done just from the editor. Introducing easy and hard mode for different times and song listening and guessing time, as well as a fully multi-platform support, where iOS at the moment needs some polishing. And finally, the biggest challenge that we couldn't bear, but we are super excited to think about it, is multiplayer mode, where we can have rooms and hosting where you can play in a party game mode. I want to finally thank my teammates for the hard work and the passion show. That was Melodia. Please feel free to ask any question. Thanks, everyone.